How does your relationship with your mother and the wound from that relationship actually shapes your love life? Hey friends, welcome to my new video. Like, share, subscribe, and let's go. If you're experiencing difficulties in your romantic relationships, mother wound is one of the main steps you need to take in your healing journey to actually really release any kind of difficulties or distortions that are happening in your love life. Why is it like this? Mother in our life represents the feminine template, and the feminine template is divine love, is heart. So the way we have learned to bond with our mother is the way we will create perception of love, our heart, and connection to love. So if your mother has been emotionally unavailable, if her heart was closed, if she was actually doing everything for you, feeding you, taking care of you, but her heart was closed, it will make basically similar imprint on you like she was not there physically. It's really that serious. It is really that deep, because when we are born, the first love and first connection we have is with our mother. It's even more stronger than with the father. And of course, father has a big influence in our relationships as well, but the mother is the core of how we relate to love. So for you to really decode and heal your love life, don't focus on the partner, don't focus what he is doing, don't focus on how is the relationship. Focus on analyzing and deeply discovering what was happening first 7 years of your childhood with your mother, and what kind of beliefs you have created about love and connection with your mother in that time, because this is now being played on a replay in your subconscious, and based on those experiences and those beliefs with her, you are choosing familiar patterns. You are choosing partners that are basically playing out those beliefs and experiences. Your reality is shaped by your inner world and your belief system. Your reality will change when you change your beliefs. You have learned to shrink in front of your mother to be loved. If you have learned to be a good girl or a good boy in front of your mother to be loved, if you have learned that being abandoned is being loved, if you have learned that being physically abused is love, if these are all experiences that you have had, this is what is going to be familiar for you in love. And this is why you're going to keep on choosing this type of partners. If you have been alone most of the times and neglected, and your mother hasn't actually had time because she was working to, give you attention, to play with you, to actually show you physical affection, physical love, emotional words, for you, loneliness is going to be familiar, and this is what you're going to be choosing. And there is so much more details around this relationship that maybe currently you don't have remembrance or memory about, but when you go in deep theta state of brain waves and you start resurfacing certain memories from that time, you will realize how many beliefs have been created even from normal situation in childhood, that we would call it like, oh, I had a normal childhood. You will see how has actually this shaped your relationship with love. Unfortunately, 90% of mothers in past centuries have been suppressed, oppressed, hurt, abused, not married from their own choice, not having freedom. And that's why they have shut down their heart to protect themselves, to survive in this dark times where feminine was shut down. So their heart hasn't been available even for themselves, not only for their children. So that's why most of humans on this planet haven't actually really experienced a mother with her full divinity, with her full open heart, with her full divine feminine template online. All of us actually has suffered from lack of true connection and true relationship with love. That's why we see now in the world 60% of marriages end up divorced. How many complications around love relationships we can see, how many conversations you have with your friends, and mostly it's about relationships and some issues and problems and triggers and all of this. It's all because of lack of original mothers, original divine feminine template in women when they have their children. Mothers lack self-love, mothers lack really being connected to their own heart, and that's why they are not able to love themselves and fully then give this love to their children and their partners. So that's why the mother wound is in all of us. We all carry this lack, we all carry this disconnect, and we all chose this for a reason to fully come back to the love within. Because if we have had fully our mother's heart open, we will not be able to experience the opposite of what love is and have this pain in us to remind us and awaken us to come back to the love within. This is one of the main sparks of the awakening, actually, when we have this trigger in a relationship, in a romantic relationship, when our heart is broken, and this immense pain that we feel is usually one of the most frequent awakening moments for people. Most of my clients that have ever signed up for any of my programs, 90% of them signed up because they didn't know how to handle their relationships, their romantic relationships, and they started working on themselves. I am the first one whose awakening has been sparked because of the romantic relationships. So it is actually a good thing that we have chosen collectively to experience to bring us back to the original love, which is self-love, which is our heart, which is our divine feminine template. And this is a way for us to really awaken and come back to ourselves. Mother wound is our basically biggest awakening call for coming back to our heart and heal feminine template and bring back love to the earth and within. Mother wound is very, very complex, and it requires really detailed analyze and detailed healing, not just information. So if you feel called that you want to work on healing your mother wound, healing your heart, and coming back to the love within, you have links below. Feel free to contact me, book your session, and let's do the work. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.